Boom.
Huh. See, I saw it, so there's no little trick things. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fast Talk Podcast. I am Matt. That's the White Eagle. It's Thursday
November
night,
5th.
November 5th.
Happy birthday, Cadence.
Happy birthday, Cadence. She's one.
She's 2.
Two? Damn, really? Two?
Yeah, she's 2 already.
Holy
My niece is 2.
And we're going to
Dexter's 5.5.
Disneyland to celebrate Cadence's
Yeah,
birthday party.
We are in mine too.
I mean, not we. Pete's going. I'm going to stay here and hold down the fort in Vegas. Somebody's got it. The eyes of the world are on Vegas right now, or are on Nevada,
Really?
which is super weird. But our eyes are on the football game. Green Bay is killing San Francisco right now. But we'll do a podcast for halftime, and then during the second half, we'll talk about some stuff. And, we'll try to stay as far away from the election as we can.
Yeah, that's not what we
Just,
do.
see what you can look at right down there. You know, that's our opinion.
Did you see the thing, though, that Bernie Sanders, when he was on Jimmy Fallon, predicted exactly what happened?
Oh, really? No.
Exactly what happened. He was talking about, oh, well, you got the mail-in votes, and they're going to get counted, like, slower than the actual in votes, and most of the Democrats are doing mail-in votes. So for the first part of it, it's going to look like Trump is killing it. And he said this. He goes, it looks to look like Trump's going to win states like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. And I was like, you psychic man, how? And then he said he'll come on and do a fake. Well, he thinks it's real, a victory speech.
Yeah, in essence, yeah.
And then refuse to concede. That is exactly what Bernie Sanders said would happen, and that is exactly what happened.
That is kind of scary.
Did you see the speeches?
I
He's
did.
like-
I thought it was Trump was very Trump-like, and then thank goodness for him, he had Mike Pence behind him, and in my opinion, I think Mike Pence is a much better. I don't want to say person, but he's a better speaker, and he's a better representative of the Republican Party. It was good for them that Pence was out there because he didn't do anything crazy. He just came out and said, I want to thank the millions of people that voted for us and that are ready for 4 more years of Donald Trump as their president. Let's finish these counts and get on with business. And that's kind of the way, that's what Donald should have said.
You mean like a sane human being?
Yeah, like the same human being. It's just, I mean, I think every one of us knew that we weren't going to have a result when we went to bed on Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of fingers crossed, hoping that it'd be pretty damn close when I woke up
Today?
Wednesday and then again today. And, it's just, we're Nevada away. And I can promise you guys that if and when Nevada's results come in for the blue team, I take full credit for the vote that put Biden over the top. The one single vote that put Biden over the top. Because
Mine got him out to the lead then.
yeah, you tied.
Well, I got him out because I early voted.
Yeah, but see, yours get counted. Those are the ones that get
Yeah,
counted
they
last.
haven't counted yet apparently.
But yeah, it's very interesting. Interesting around the country, really. That it wasn't a blue wave.
I could see like 3 things happening. Yeah.
It was, Republicans controlled the Senate. Republicans won seats in the House, but they didn't take over the House. And even locally here, we had a very Democratic state assembly, and a lot of Republicans won positions in the state. So very, very interesting.
I did see a few flips. Colorado flipped.
No, Colorado's always blue. Oh, you mean from Senate? Yeah.
Their Senate flipped. So did Arizona.
Yeah.
Or Arizona's about to.
Alabama flipped. Which
Hey, shout out Tommy Tuberville.
is a fucking scumbag. What a shithead. Like, the fact that this guy who, like, what Tommy Tuberville did. He was a piece of shit everywhere he ever coached. And they went and elected him. I mean,
Well, you knew he'd win. He's an Auburn head coach.
Well, yeah, he's a Republican. He's not a. They're all red in Alabama.
Do you think Saban could run as a Democrat and would win? Say he won for governor.
Possibly.
Say he ran for governor under the Democratic Party.
I think it's possible. Yeah. Governor, yes. Yeah, yeah, I think so.
They don't give a shit what party he's on.
Right.
That's it for politics.
Yeah, let's talk about football. Let's talk about football.
Well, we'll just start with this because Nick Mullins is in, not Garoppolo, and now the troubles are that this is it for Jimmy G with San Francisco.
That's what they're saying. Hey, if Jimmy G is gone, then hey, we'll welcome him back to New England.
Yeah?
We're sick of Auburn quarterbacks. Didn't take long, did it, fuckers? Just listen to me, I'll tell you straight up.
Well, I don't know what his contract situation is because you got to trade him. If
He
you're
signed
San
like
Francisco.
$500 million.
I'm saying you have to trade him if you're San Francisco. You can't just cut him because then you're eating all that money. And I don't think you're going to find a trade partner.
Unless you eat half of it, at least.
Yeah. What you get for giving a guy a contract after a mid-season.
No, he went 6-0.
Okay, after half of a pretty good season.
They only won 6 games.
I don't know what to say.
They were like
It's
0-10
stupid.
when they traded for him, and then he won. Or like 0-8, then they lost 2 more. Then they put him in to start, and he won the rest of it. Something like that. He didn't lose. Then the next year he got hurt. Then the next year they went to the Super Bowl.
Take this as a lesson, Mr. Elway. No matter how good Drew Lock looks this year, don't give him a big deal, please.
Yeah.
He looked good in that second half against the Chargers, but that's because Joey Bosa was out.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. Now you guys are underdogs in Hotlanta.
What is it, though?
-4.
It's because it's a West Coast team on a 10 o'clock game on the road. That's what it is.
Still, Hotlanta sucks.
Well, they get... The thing is, they get big leads and then lose them.
Yes, they do.
So...
Are they going to hold on by 5?
No, they're not going to hold on at all.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, too.
They probably won't even get a lead against us. They just kick the shit out of them.
I'm fine with that. I mean, they got that Julio kid.
It's always hurt. Corn dogs.
Corn
You guys hurt.
dogs, thank you, appreciate
I
it.
like tater tots.
Corn dogs. I like corn dogs. You guys like corn dogs?
I like lollipop corn dogs with porter mustard sauce
Oh, those are good.
that I can never have again because I can never go into a Eureka.
You never go into a Eureka?
I don't want to.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of bad memories there. Well, there's some good memories.
I got Breeze hurt. Hasn't practiced.
Breeze is hurt? Oh,
Shoulder.
shit. Aren't they playing the Succaneers?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Who almost blew it against the Giants on Monday night.
Yeah. That's going to be crazy.
So who do you think they start if Breeze is out?
Jameis.
Over Taysom Hill?
Yeah, because then you
Keep
start-
Taysom Hill in his same spot?
Yeah.
And you rotate him?
Yeah, that's what they did with Teddy last year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking they would do too. Start Jameis and you go Taysom Hill in his normal spot.
Yeah, you don't want to take away that Taysom Hill decoy.
I mean, you run.
It's too much. Taysom Hill is too much a part of their trick play offense.
Yeah, but I think he'll get in more. He'll play more with a Jameis Winston start than a Drew Brees start.
Yeah, I agree.
Although, who was it that was? Someone was yelling at the Saints for bringing Taysom Hill in because they thought he was taking Drew Brees off the field too much. I can't remember who was calling their game last week. They were playing the Bears.
What was that? Oh, I don't remember who that was. Maybe Kenny Albert?
It was a Fox afternoon game.
I don't remember who it was. But no, I think that's silly because I mean we know that it's just part of the game. Breeze, part of the Saints game. Excuse me. Breeze has been getting older and older for a while now. I mean, basically since he was born, he's been getting older.
Yeah, right.
But he's not as good as he used to be. He's still good.
He doesn't go down the field. He's dependent upon Yak now, and he just throws it to Kamara.
Right.
And hopes Kamara can make a big play. Like, Drew Brees' career, I think, would have been over if they didn't draft Alvin Kamara.
Yes, I agree with you there.
He's extended Brees' career at least at least 2 years.
Well, and you had the.
You have to think, like, I don't think Jameis Winston is their future, and I don't think Taysom Hill is their future.
No, I agree. Yeah, not
They shouldn't have let Teddy Bridgewater go. But you're in that.
They should have signed him.
You're in that Tom Brady Patriots situation.
Right. Exactly.
That's where they're at. You know, the Green Bay's going to be in that situation. Well, no, they drafted Jordan Love, but who knows if that kid's going to be any good.
Well, and who knows how much longer this kid's going to want to play. I think you look at him, Rodgers is feeling the same way Brady did last year because he doesn't have any receivers outside of Adams. And when Adams draws the double coverage, he's got to find these guys, you know, and it's not the same.
As Adams is wide open and is going to catch a touchdown.
Yeah.
Nope, he went out of bounds.
So it's just, I think Rodgers is feeling that same type of frustration that Brady felt.
And then everyone's talking about him making a move at the deadline, which trade deadline that just went by.
Nothing done.
And they didn't do anything. You traded for a receiver, Isaiah Ford.
Yeah, we got Isaiah Ford from Miami, which is interesting, an interdivisional trade.
Hey, you never see that. Like when McNabb was traded from the Eagles to the Redskins.
Yeah, right? But
speaking of the Dolphins, Tua's first start.
Tua threw a touchdown.
Yeah, he did to Devontae Parker.
That's like that. I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
But
like I told you, I had to explain to the girl, like, I have to watch Tua's first start. I said, watch it, see if you can figure out what's different about Tua than any other quarterback in the NFL. And it took her a second, but then she was like, oh, he's left-handed. And I'm like, yes, he's left-handed, and so am I. So.
And also he's Hawaiian.
Yeah. Remember Tua Yasosopo?
Mm-hmm. Marcus?
Yeah. You go to Fresno State?
I don't remember.
He did. Christian McCaffrey could play on Sunday?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I love that kid.
So fantasy owners who held on to him. And they're playing the Chiefs, so they're going to need him because you got to score points.
Do you think people honestly let him go? Would you have let him go?
I didn't. I would have researched the severity of the injury. Like honestly, when I first heard it, I thought it was a year-long injury. I thought he was done for the year.
Well, see, we have IR spots in our league this year. We have 2 new IR spots. So I would have IR'd him as soon as they said he was going to be able to come back, and they said he wasn't out for the year. I'm not letting him go. Not a guy like McCaffrey.
But who knows if he's going to come back and be as good right away.
Yeah. Well, he's Christian freaking McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey at 75% is better than the majority of the league at 120%. Goddamn. You know, he's just that dynamic of a player. You can do anything with Christian McCaffrey. So, you know, let's say you don't want him to return kicks, or you don't want him to, you know, be catching the ball out of the backfield. Excuse me. You take those 2 aspects of his game away, he's still the best running back in the league.
I would rather he run out and catch out of the backfield than get carries.
Put him in the slot, or you know, and have him out.
Is D'Angelo Williams still on that team? Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name. Foster.
Yeah, Deshaun Foster.
Yeah.
They've had some backs. Jeez, Carolina, that's what you do.
They just don't get a lot of.
Wasn't Natron Means on Carolina for a minute too? After San Diego.
That sounds right. Natron, remember that?
Yeah. Humphreys was their quarterback.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kerry Collins, I think, was the first Carolina quarterback.
Kerry Collins in Carolina, yeah. Did he take them to the Super? Or
No, that was Jake Delhomme.
Well, he took them to the conference championship,
Conference
right?
championship. George Seifert. Yeah.
Now, did Kerry Collins take the Giants to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, against Baltimore.
All right, that's what I thought.
They got killed.
45-7?
Something like that. It was no 43-8, but
Yeah, that's true. That was a great Super Bowl.
yeah. There's no Peyton Manning involved in that one. I got. Oh, Elway has the COVID.
Yeah, I saw that. What's up with that?
Everyone's got the COVID. Everyone's gonna get it at some point. I've decided.
Yeah, I agree with it. The sucky thing about COVID for me, and I don't know if everybody else is experiencing this, but my insurance has said they're going to cover COVID expenses 100% through the end of the year. So I'm like, now I want to get it by the end of the year, you know? Because let's say I go and get COVID on January 1st, I got to pay for it. But if I get it on December 1st, I'm covered. I'm good.
Go lick some microphones.
No,
There.
not that one. Yeah, it's just, it sucks. We're all going to get it at some point or another. That's why, we're going to be doing this until we get the vaccine.
Yeah, at least until April, May next year. Yeah. I think.
It's just,
But I got the neck thing like you. I don't mind this as much as the mask. I don't mind this showing on my neck. This I can deal with. I'm good.
the only time this is bad is when it's hot.
Yeah, I'll have to wear it all through Disney, but it's gonna rain, so it might help with the rain.
Oh,
actually.
shoot, really?
It's supposed to rain like every day.
I'm not familiar with that. It literally, like, for those of you guys watching, I shit you not, it has not rained in Vegas
It rained
since
It
April.
rained the other day a little bit.
Not measurable rain since April. April. It's like, seriously, super dry. I know this is unprofessional, but
Well, because
they're going to be cold by the time we're done.
I ate. I don't care. So we got.
No, wait. I'm seriously at the point when it rains, I'm going to grab me a lawn chair and go sit outside because I miss rain that much.
I don't. I hate rain, so I don't mind it.
I don't mind it in really tiny, teeny tiny doses. Like, oh, hey, it rains like once every 2-3 months. But we're at like 6 months. We went the entire monsoon season without any rain. Like, seriously, everything is turning brown around here. It's pretty sad. Just like a day of rain would be good. One day. That's all. One day.
A day of rain.
And then we can go back to no rain till February.
Let's check these matchup. Ooh, Bills Seahawks. I like that.
It's going to be an interesting
Seahawks
game.
favored on the road.
Yeah, Seahawks should win that game, probably by 20. Bills aren't that good.
Bills aren't that good. Titans Bears. That's Titans. I'll take that -6.
Coming off 2 losses.
Yeah, I'll take that -6. Bounce back game. Lions Vikings. That's a suck fest.
It is a suck fest. Sorry, San Diego Dave and Detroit Jeff.
Just give that ball to Dalvin Cook and do what you did to Green Bay.
Yeah, right? Just keep pushing, keep running.
Ravens Colts is sneaky good. I'm gonna go Colts on that. I will take Colts +2.5.
Andrew Luck's not walking through that door.
Yeah, but Darius Leonard is, and that defense, and that offensive line, and Crimey Rivers.
Yeah, I guess he's crying through that line.
I am going Colts. That's my upset special then.
Oh, if we're picking upsets,
Upset special, Colts over the Ravens. Panthers Chiefs, that's an ass kicking.
I'm picking the Bears +6.
Is that -12? Oh, I don't know if I'd take 12, but they'll probably win by like 47.
Bears +6 is
Texans
my
flavored
upset.
by 6.5 on the Jaguars. That's crazy.
51.5 over under. That's a line.
I love this Washington.
Washington. Yeah.
Also, Washington favored by 3.5 over the Giants. I'll take the Giants on that, though.
Giants are terrible. Daniel Jones. There's only one DJ in New York, and his name is LeMayu. But I hope he leaves, or at least they overpay for him.
Raiders Chargers. That's a good game, actually. I'll go Raiders with that.
No, that's in San Diego. That's yeah. Well,
Steelers Cow. That's the night game, isn't it? Steelers Cowboys. Oh no! Wait.
No, Saints and sucks.
That's the Monday night game.
No, that's Monday night.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
No, that's terrible.
Steelers Cowboys. 14 isn't enough. I'll take the 14.
For the Steelers?
Yeah.
Game.
Dolphins Cardinals. I want to watch the fuck out of that game. I'm glad we play an early game.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the F out of that game too.
Tua versus Kyler.
The two number ones.
Is that the two shortest quarterbacks in the league matching up?
Could be.
Or is the Big Show shorter than Tua?
I don't know how tall the Big Show is. Big Show. He might still be stuck at the gate trying to get through.
I can't feel my fingers! Was there a new one?
Yeah, the one where he's him and the wife are going out, and they're in the car, and she's like, "Oh, I forgot my something or other."
Oh, and he has to go through the metal detector.
Like, come on, guys, it's me, Baker. Just doing my job, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is funny. I like that. Whoever wrote that campaign is a fucking genius.
Yeah. He's just like real life situations and puts
In a stadium.
makes Baker Mayfield do it in a stadium, yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny.
It's raining. Come on, it's about to rain.
Every man there's no man in this planet that hasn't tried to carry all the groceries in at one time.
That's true.
Everybody does it. I do the thing where I don't hold them all like in my hands because you have the plastic bags with the loop through it. So I slide them up the arm.
No, that's innovative.
I mean, when you put your arms down, they all kind of slide.
Yeah, okay.
But if you... Because then you can get the keys. Well, the smart thing to do is to put the key in your hand and then load up all the grocery bags.
Yeah.
Because it's already in there. My parents, on their front door, they have like a lock that you put in a code. I'm going to install that at my new house. That's going to be my front door lock. And no one will know the code but me.
696969.
Nope. It'll probably be like, 0721. Four.
Who's four?
Yadier.
Oh, yeah. And then a 71.
71. Yeah. 71. No, that will not be my password, by the way. I will not.
Not in that order.
Yeah, not in that order.
It's going to be 7107.
I am going to buy the code lock, though. That's really cool. Yeah, Dolphins, Cardinals. I'm freaking stoked. Cardinals favored by 6, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right. Probably take them on a touchdown.
Yeah, they should. Cardinals are awesome.
I wonder if this will be taken off the thing if Breeze is out. Saints and Bucks.
Absolutely. They don't even have parlay cards out yet, so. Yeah, I bet. If Breeze is out, that game's off the board.
And then you got Patriots Jets. That might be the worst Monday night game I've ever seen.
Oh no, it's not. It's gonna be like 77-3.
You guys are favored by 7. Wow.
No, we should be favored by
74.
70. I was gonna say 73 and a half. Yeah. 73 and a half.
I don't think you scored 77 points all year.
The Patriots?
What'd you score against the? You scored 21 on the Bills, yeah.
Like
Did you score
25
10 on the Niners?
No, I think it was 6 on the Niners.
12 against us or something like that.
Like 25 against Seattle. Like 40 against Miami. I think 10 against KC. Yeah, don't hate. Don't hate, man. Don't hate. Haters gonna hate, but
I would just lose out if I was the Patriots.
did I tell you what my discussion with the Jets fan? She goes, "Well, it's all right. We're gonna get Trevor." And I go, "Oh, damn, I want Trevor Lawrence." And she's like, "Well, you can't get him because we're in last place." And I go, "Yeah, but we could lose out, which includes 2 losses to the Jets, which gives us the tiebreaker for the number 1 pick." And she's like, "Belichick's just the kind of asshole that would do that."
He's not an asshole to do it. It's called smart.
And I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "But he won't." Because the fact of the matter is, you can't do what he's done for so long with having a number 1 draft pick salary on your roster.
Yeah, no, he'll trade it. There's no way he'll take a first overall pick.
No.
He will trade it 100 times out of 100.
I mean, is Trevor Lawrence a franchise changer?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he Tom Brady?
He's not Tom Brady.
I mean,
He's Andrew Luck, though.
Well,
Andrew Luck got hurt.
I don't want a guy that's gonna retire after 4 years. Sorry.
He played for 7.
How many of those was he hurt?
All of them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want. That's not what I want. I want the second coming of Tom Brady.
You'll never know it until you have it.
Well, we know who it is. We just got to make sure we get him.
What, Mac Jones?
His name is Mac Jones. His name is Mac Jones. He's gonna be Big Mac.
He's probably gonna get his way into the first round. He might
Be something. I think for Mac, it's all in the combine. He's gonna be well respected out there. I mean, they're likely gonna go to the national championship game.
Yeah, they're good too. You got Jalen Waddle talking all good for him, and Devontae Smith.
Exactly.
Those 2 first rounders right there.
Yeah, John Mechie, Miller Forrestall. I think the Patriots might draft a Miller Forrestall type guy if they go back to getting guys from Alabama. But if you look at, the Patriots' history of drafting guys from Alabama lately, there was Damian Harris, which is
worked out well.
He redshirted a year, basically. If you can redshirt in the pros, he redshirted and has done pretty darn good. Then there was Cyrus Jones. Now, Cyrus was awesome as a kick returner and cornerback with the Tide, but it did not work out with the Pats. He actually had a really tough first preseason, and then in the last preseason game he got hurt, so he was on IR for the entire season.
I thought you had one of the best Alabama alums, Dante Hightower.
Well, you haven't gotten that far yet. That was going to be my next one. Oh. And then Cyrus came back when he was healthy, just didn't have it all together, and they let him go. He went to Baltimore, and then he came back, and then he went back to Baltimore, and I don't think he's in the league anymore. But then there's Dante Hightower, the man who single-handedly saved 2 Super Bowls, and
Devontae Adams has more yards than the entire San Francisco team right now. That's so sad.
2 words, Jimmy Garoppolo.
So
he's not around.
So we call on the walkie-talkies when the kids' parents are there to come pick it up.
Yeah.
And so one of our kids is named Alexander Henderson. And I cannot resist but sing every single time they call for him.
Alexander Henderson.
Yeah, Alexander Henderson. And there's a million things I haven't done.
Your mom is waiting
Just you
outside.
wait. Yeah, I want to tell Emily, like, can I call for him next time? Please let me call for him next time. I'm going to ask tomorrow. Like, when Alexander Henderson's parents are here, you let me know. So I can be like, Alexander Henderson, your mom is waiting outside. There's a million things to do in Las Vegas. And now the weekend has come. And the kids are going to be like, Mr. Pete always sings.
That is what Mr. Pete does. Mr. Pete is the music man. Mr. Pete wasn't singing Hamilton, there might be a problem. Alexander Henderson. All right. Now you said that the NBA had a start date
22nd
of what?
December.
Why?
Because
Why not
Adam
Christmas?
Silver. I don't know.
What a fucking idiot!
It's penciled in for December 22nd.
Like literally Christmas Day.
Yeah, I know. No.
3 days, Adam. Come on. Remember when they were coming back from the thing with a couple of years ago from the lockout?
Yeah, Christmas Day, wasn't it?
Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas Day. Are they going to play a full season?
I didn't look that far into it. I don't care that much.
Okay.
I wanted to get that to segue into the NHL when we think the NHL is going to start.
I think the NHL should start January 1 with the Winter Classic.
They won't, though. Everything I've heard, Foley says it's going to be February.
Yeah.
And then I read today there's going to be 4 bubbles set up already, like we heard earlier.
Where was
Canadian
that?
bubble. Like
That's so stupid.
The Canadian bubble, and then the 3 more divisions.
That's dumb. You can't have a whole fucking season in a bubble.
No, it starts in the bubble.
Oh, it starts in a bubble.
But they might do it like
what?
baseball. Like the baseball playoffs where they were quarantined, but could still kind of do a thing. And then eventually...
No, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Eventually slowly have teams start going back to their home stadium so they can let fans in. Now, the problem they faced that the NFL and MLB didn't is those are open stadiums.
Right, that's it. A
This
closed
is
stadium.
indoors.
Not only does having fans make a huge difference in a closed stadium, a smaller, more intimate closed stadium, but it also prevents a much larger health and safety issue in a closed stadium. So, I don't know, like, it's like if there's only, let's say go to T-Mobile and they're allowing, what's
4?
She's at like
18.
20%.
Say 18, yeah, divided by 5 is...
We have like 3,600 people in there. And let's say I'm yelling from our seats and I can yell loud enough, that might be heard down the ice.
Yeah.
I'm a loud fucking yeller.
No, I'm pretty sure that they could hear me if I yelled from our section.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, why is he yelling at Colin Miller? He's not on a team anymore. Shoot Colin.
God damn it, Merrill. Like, we got rid of that guy.
Yeah. Who's he calling Merrill? That'd be like the worst part. Like, being called John Merrill is now the official insult of the Vegas Golden Knights. Sorry, guys.
No, I would intentionally scream as loud as I could so that they could hear me.
Yeah.
Like, when we play the Capitals, talk so much shit to Tom Wilson, like...
Right? Oh, when Winnipeg comes to town, I'll be like, Stasky, you're a bitch! Man from your own country back to Winnipeg! Pussy!
I wouldn't talk shit to Stats.
I'll be like, you're a pussy! Fix your teeth! Your dad was way better than you!
Well, yeah, we could say that.
Which is actually not a lie. It's not a... Dad was way better than him.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Would you trash talk Nate Schmidt, though?
Nah. I'll be like, Nate! Meet me at the Pint tonight! Drinks are on me! Bring that Demko kid!
Yeah, bring that Demko kid. Bring that Demko kid.
I want to see if I can score off him! Get him really shit-faced!
I talk shit to James Neal.
Neil, you're a pussy!
Talk shit to David Perron.
Nah. I'll be like, David Perron, let's say birthday! Let's be friends!
Where did Joe Thornton end up signing?
I think like Toronto.
So I think it was. And I knew it was Canadian, but I couldn't remember if it was Edmonton or Toronto.
Yeah, it's probably where they have a lot of Tim Hortons. So maybe the Missoula.
But did you see the
team.
Stars jerseys?
Yeah.
They're sick. You don't like them?
That's like some shit I'd expect from the Oregon Ducks.
No, I like it. It looks good.
That is not a major professional. That is college league. That is lower levels of the minors. That's not NHL. This is the NHL. This is not like let's make neon jerseys. You know, and I get there's some story about like some colors in the Dallas skyline and all that shit.
Yeah, the buildings that are green like that.
Okay, that's cool. Let's let the buildings be green and the jerseys be white, please. We don't need no fucking neon.
Look at that.
No, it's completely unnecessary. That is not a hockey jersey. That is a fashion jersey for like douchebags.
No, that's dope.
Oh hell no! You think Mike Madonna would have worn that shit? I guarantee you, they wear that shit next year. They wear that. They don't make the playoffs. That is a jersey for a team that doesn't make the playoffs. That is a jersey. That's the type of shit that the teams playing out here behind us should be wearing. You know,
crazy.
With the neon stars.
You know how many of those are gonna sell?
It doesn't matter. That's what it is. That's why I said it's a fashion jersey.
So is the gold one that we got?
Right, and well, those aren't selling because nobody wants to wear that shit. But that's not shit that belongs on the ice. Have you seen these?
No.
Show this Dallas Stars jersey.
Yeah, that looks like an energy drink.
You don't like it?
Yes, it looks right. It looks like
I
an
like
energy drink. What is it?
I like
what's the thing
it.
from role models? Like, feed the beast.
White.
And then you get that shit. You know?
You white, you Ben Affleck.
Yeah, you white, you Ben Affleck.
No, I like that. If I was a Stars fan, I'd buy the shit out of that.
Yeah, but thank God we don't have that in any of the teams that I root for in the NHL. God, that's no, hell no.
I love it.
It does not belong.
I love that jersey.
It does not belong on NHL ice. That belongs
What if
in.
when-
I don't even say
What
that
if they
belongs
wear-
on AHL
what
ice.
if they wear
It belongs
when
on
we play them?
ECHL ice.
When we play them, they wear that, and then we wear the gold.
I'm throwing stuff on the ice. I'm gonna be like, boo! I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna stage a protest. I'm gonna be like, let's get out of here with this. I can't deal with these two minor league teams wearing their shiny gold and their fluorescent lime green.
About the red? You like the red?
I'm okay with the red. It's not my favorite, but I'm okay with it.
They need to wear that gold once a year, and that's it.
They need to wear that never a year.
Well, yeah, but that
Once
ain't
a
happening.
decade. I mean, and like, here's the other thing. They got the gold. What do you wear when you win the Stanley Cup and you're raising the banner? You wear gold. But now that that's just part of the scheme, it takes away from it.
I was never behind the gold jersey, like
Gold
ever.
is gold. I'm not
Gold is not
against
a color that should be a main color.
I'm not against the gold jersey. I'm against the Golden Knights version of the gold jersey. It's all shiny and it's some shit like my grandmother would wear it if she were alive, God rest her soul. She would be all over that. I would happily buy that for Nana for Christmas, but no way is any sort of self-respecting Vegas Golden Knights fan going to wear that ugly, hideous gold jersey. No way, not a chance. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder because I did not want anybody on the podcast to hear any bit of that LeBron James commercial. I don't even know what it was, but it was for an app, so
Calm
whatever it
man,
was,
helps you sleep.
do not download it. Do not download it because it was lame wrong. But what a hideous gold, ugly jersey. I mean, you know who should have gold be like Coors. Should have a gold jersey, the Coors Beer League. That's where they belong, not on NHL ice.
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, Coors Light. Miller Lite goes better with food. All right.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, so NASCAR championships this weekend in Phoenix, Sunday afternoon. Jimmy Johnson's last race. He hasn't won this year. He hasn't really won
Since he changed to the
since he changed his crew chief.
and switched to the different Chevy, right?
And switched to the from the Monte Carlo to the Camaro, and it just these last few years where it's kind of like when we're seeing Peyton Manning
Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl in his last game.
I was getting there. You know, like Peyton's last season was not a strong season.
No, it wasn't.
And Jimmy's shown some flashes of his brilliance this year, but not a lot. But I think ultimately, you know, wouldn't it be something if Jimmy could
It'd be
come
nice
in?
to see him win the last race, yeah.
And he's not going to win the championship, obviously. The championship is down to 4 guys. Keselowski, Logano
Elliott.
for Team Penske, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin. Now, this is a good transition segue. Denny Hamlin, part owner of Michael Jordan's
I still
team.
don't understand how that's not conflict of interest.
I don't either. That doesn't make sense. But Michael Jordan's team, and they started a deal with Joe Gibbs Racing, so the Michael Jordan's team will be a Toyota Camry. It'll be number 23, and Bubba Wallace will be driving.
It's red and black and white.
Yeah.
It's like the Bulls.
Yeah. Shouldn't it be Hornets colors?
You would think.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the alternate cars. His main OG Camry will be Bulls colors.
Also ran.
The alternate car will be Wizards colors. The other alternate car will be Hornets colors. Then there might be a UNC version.
Carolina blue.
Yeah, and then maybe a Bobcats with the dark blue and white and a little hint of orange.
Right.
But it'll have a nice big 23 on the door, so that'll be interesting. But like when we talked about this a couple months ago when he first got in, I love that because I think he's going to market to the Jordan brand fans. I think it's a really cool thing for the sport. I love that he's only got the one Camry, and it's going to be Bubba Wallace driving it. To me, I think it's super cool, and again, really is opening up the sport and expanding to those fans or sports fans who may not necessarily be NASCAR fans, but to those fans.
I don't think I'll watch though. I'll just be like, let me check to see how the Jordan car did. That's it. Like I always am with NASCAR. Like, let me check to see who won. Same with like tennis. Like, let me check to see who won. I don't watch it.
That's the sucky thing about NASCAR, is that when it comes down to the playoffs, they're on Sundays up against football. And everybody's watching football first. The one time you would watch a NASCAR race during football season is, when either it's on a Saturday night or
your team's on a bye.
Yeah. And that's the sucky thing.
But would I get my house set up how I want to? I'm gonna have a ton of shit going on Sunday, so NASCAR will be one of the things that I have going.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I'm gonna have a fuck ton of TVs.
We're gonna have a TV wall. Take a load off, man. We're that's one of the things that Keselowski mentioned that they get done earlier in the season was the possibility of doing more midweek races. If they did a Wednesday race more often,
why don't they just do Saturday races?
Yeah. Well, no, they can't do Saturday races because in the South that competes with college football, and those are the only two things that Southerners care about: college football, NASCAR, and Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's proven. Hey, Biden not doing so bad in Georgia and North Carolina.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they bring in more midweek races. It'll make a huge difference.
I mean, if I hadn't already gone with a guy in NASCAR, Alex Bowman, I'd start rooting for Bubba in the 23 car.
I mean, you can still root for him. You can have two
root
cars.
for him, yeah.
I mean, because I root for Keselowski because I like Keselowski, but I also root for the Roush Fenway teams.
About Ray gonna have to root for the Jordan team.
I think Ray's going to be a Chase Elliott guy.
Why?
Because Ray always sticks with Hendrick Motorsports.
Ray gonna have to start watching IndyCar because that's what Jimmy's going to.
That's true. Yeah, Jimmy's going to be an IndyCar driver.
I think that's good. I think that's also good for that sport. It'll get other fans watching.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't watch a lot of IndyCar. I don't know those drivers. But yeah, it'll definitely bring that, or bridge that gap between the two sports. A lot of people don't even know that IndyCar is a different thing. Like somebody, like a couple of years ago, said, I just found out that IndyCar is in NASCAR.
Yeah, they turn right in IndyCar.
Somebody else was like, well, what do you mean IndyCar's not NASCAR? What is it? And we're like, it's IndyCar. IndyCar's IndyCar and NASCAR's NASCAR. Well, they're different types of cars, too.
Yeah, and they make left turns and right turns.
NASCAR is the cars that you would see on the road, like a Mustang and a Camaro and a Camry. Not those same cars that you buy at your dealerships. Yeah, Indy cars are race cars with open wheels. And there's road tracks, and then there's closed tracks like NASCAR. So it's very, very different. But yeah.
That's what I got.
That's it. Alex Cora might be the new manager of the Red Sox. The tweet today came down there, said the Red Sox managerial search is down to Alex Cora and Alex Cora. And I was like, fuck yeah, Alex is coming back.
Well, don't you have Reineke?
We fired him.
You already fired him?
Last day of the season. Well, we fired him before the last game. But we let him manage the last game because they were like, oh, we're going to let him say his goodbyes. But I'm going to do my own video of Matt's Red Sox off-season wants. Because I want to, there's a lot to talk about. JD Martinez decided to come back to the Red Sox again. So you got Verdugo and right, Benintendi and left. Center field is open. I want them to re-sign Jackie Bradley Jr., but he's a free agent and will likely get more money elsewhere.
He will get more money elsewhere.
JD's got to play DH, which means what I wanted was JD to play or to opt out, and then we could sign Nelly Cruz to play DH. But obviously that's not going to happen unless JD shifts to first base.
Moreland?
Moreland's gone. We traded Moreland to San Diego.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was on the Padres playing up into the losing to the Doyers in the NLDS, and then he is gone from the Padres now. But yeah, I don't know. That's actually
We'll get to it.
all I got. Yeah. So
I
we
can do
just
a Spurs off-season one.
yeah, right.
There's so much stuff I want us to do this off-season.
Dude, you did a whole podcast on it last year too.
Huh?
You did a whole podcast on it last year.
Same plan.
It didn't work the first time. Do it again.
I wish Pop wanted to retire. I honestly do.
They got all sorts of Becky Hammond stuff I saw in San Antonio. Sorry for that slip there. I apologize.
I'm just worried somebody else is going to want to hire her.
It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen. You just have to make it happen first, or else she's gonna be in Detroit or Indiana
Or
yeah,
Indiana, that's what I was thinking.
Indiana. Speaking of Indiana,
I can't do it. There you go.
Indiana Jones is one of my favorite movies, and his dad was played by the late Sean Connery.
There we go.
So
Stupid mouse is not working.
we decided to do a top 5 of Sean Connery roles. Spoiler alert, James Bond appears on both of our lists. Sean Connery passed away on Halloween. Very sad, but
that sucks, man.
hashtag 2020, those things happen this year. We should expect it. I'm gonna do my 5 first.
Yeah.
Because my 5, this is Sean Connery.
You should have made this. This should have been your 1.
Nah, James Bond has to be the number 1. And you can see it right there. I'm pointing at it, but it's right there. Yeah. So you can obviously see that James Bond's the 1. But
So Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hammond
playing
as Sean Connery, so it's not Sean Connery, but it's Sean Connery on Celebrity Jeopardy, and I mean, you've seen the videos on YouTube 100 times. You've seen it on SNL a bajillion times.
So Trebek, that's a nice suit. Do they make it for men?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a hilarious representation of a fantastic actor as an antagonist.
Plays a lot of
Jack
bad guys.
Amos relations. Penis mightier. You're sitting on a
mightier.
gold mine, Trebek.
The rapist.
Yeah.
Anal bum cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're sitting on a gold mine, Trebek.
Oh, it's not what your mother said.
Sean Connery currently sits at negative $4,000, and your mother currently sits on my face, Trebek. And my favorite of all time is I'll take the tits now.
The tits now.
It's not a song, Trebek. It's a French expression. Bonjour, mademoiselle. I'd like to see the tits now.
That was, I mean, like, I couldn't make my list of Sean Connery without sticking this non-Connery at the bottom of the list.
Telling you, I think
it's made so many people smile and laugh. I mean, when you think of all the Celebrity Jeopardies they did, with Will Ferrell and Daryl Hammond, it's Sean Connery and Norm Macdonald
Reynolds.
as Turd
Ferguson.
And then even when Will Ferrell came back to host and they did it, there's Sean Connery there, and somehow or another they managed to get Norm Macdonald to do Burt Reynolds again as a fourth character. And then he's like, Burt Reynolds, where'd you go? And he just disappears again. I mean, it was fantastic. So shout out to Daryl Hammond.
The most underrated SNL cast member of all time.
Agreed.
I think.
He was there for a long, long time. He did so many great roles. He did Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was almost better than his Sean Connery.
And he did Trump before Alec Baldwin did Trump too. Yeah. Do you remember the opening scene where it was like a conference call back before we had Zoom? Conference call between Clinton and Monica Lewinsky and Saddam Hussein. I mean, if you get a chance
Molly
to
Shannon
watch that
had
one,
to play Monica, right?
yeah, Molly Shannon was, and then Saddam comes in and he's like, Monica. Will Ferrell was Saddam Hussein. I mean, it was a fucking riot. I mean, you gotta watch it. I mean, that was just it just brought so many people, so many smiles and laughs and ha 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 ha. Yeah, the new McLovin doesn't come out till the 16th.
23rd, I think.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
That's what I heard.
That's a whole nother week.
Yeah. As soon as we have all of the ingredients, I'll let you know when they get for you.
Thank you. I'll get 2 of them that day. Yeah, one more, please. Thank you.
My 5 is Alan Quartermain. This is the character from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
League of Extraordinary
Did you see League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
I saw bits and pieces of it. It was one of those movies where like I put on when I was like half asleep.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's
it's
like,
definitely a half asleep movie.
you
But
know,
it's
like, you're
it's
dozing in
basically
and out.
like all these protagonists from fictional novels. So you've got Tom Sawyer's in it.
Okay, yeah,
You've
that
got
sounds
Captain Ahab. You've got what's the guy who's in the painting? He stays young. Dorian Gray.
Oh yes.
So Sean Connery plays Alan Quartermain, who's like he's from
West Virginia, Scotland.
no, he's from England, but his character is in the book of Solomon something.
Song of Solomon.
No, it's something. Oh, doesn't matter. But he's like a hunter, and he's like the best shot in the world. And so over the course of the movie, he's like mentoring Tom Sawyer. And then like a big climax part where Tom Sawyer has to like shoot a guy and uses Sean Connery's character's training. I don't know. I like the movie, and he's in it. I'm probably the only one that liked that movie, but just Captain Ahab's in it. Dope.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Like when I realized I slept through most of it, it wasn't one of those. All right, well, let's turn it on again.
I think it was 03 that came out.
Was it really that long ago? Damn. All right, what's your 4th?
John Patrick Mason.
Oh, that's my 2. From The Rock.
So I won't say much then, if it's your 2.
Okay.
Good movie though. Nicolas Cage also.
Are 4s and 2s mixed up?
Yeah.
Okay. So my 4 is your 2, and I won't say much either.
Fine. My 3 is it Henry Forrester? William Forrester. I'm sorry, William Forrester from Finding Forrester, which was that movie about he plays.
Never seen.
You never saw it? It's a good movie. He plays a famous writer that's like a hermit. Stays cooped up in his house and doesn't want to deal with people, but he has an admirer, this young kid, and he's got a writing talent, so he sort of takes him under his wing, and it's just, it's a good movie, but it has comedic points in it, and it's just a good movie.
To laugh, yeah.
Well, he's wearing his socks inside out, and the kid points it out to him, and he goes, "It's like praying. There's no way to really do it wrong," or something like that. And he says, the best line, I think he says, yeah, no thinking. That comes later when he talks about writing. So just write, don't think. And then your revision, I don't know. It's just good. It's a good movie. It's a good, solid movie, good, solid role. Sean Connery, a movie that I liked. So
Yeah.
that's it.
That describes my 3 too. Is where he plays Professor Henry Jones Sr. Or Indiana Jones' father, who in the Last Crusade, is an expert on the Holy Grail and been searching for it. And he gets captured by the Nazis because he's got the Grail diary and has all the clues as to where the Holy Grail is. And then Indiana wants to go find his dad, so they go and rescue him. His dad calls him Junior. He hates being called Junior.
It's all just about bickering between the two.
I don't know. Oh, there's my favorite is when they're on their way to what is it, the Crescent Canyon, the Canyon of the Crescent Moon, and if they're fighting the Nazis in the tank, and the tank goes over the cliff with Indy in it, and
Is it Raiders of the Lost Ark where he shoots the guy with the whip?
I don't remember that.
Remember they have the whip fight and then Indiana Jones pulls out the gun and shoots him?
Yes.
Is that Raiders of the Lost Ark?
My yeah, that's good. No, but Indy falls off the cliff, and then they all think he's dead, and they're all standing at the edge of the cliff, crying about how sad they are that Indy's dead, and then Indy climbs up, and he's behind them, and they're all like, "Junior, you're alive!" And he's all tired because he just went off a cliff, and then climbed back up the cliff, and he sits down for a second, and then his father, Sean Connery, gets up. And he's like, "All right, let's go." And Junior, what are you waiting for? It's dude, just give me a second to catch my breath here.
They're in real life, they're only 12 years apart.
Yeah, he didn't want to play the role, but they made it work. I think it worked pretty damn well. So my 2, your 4 was
John Patrick Mason.
John Patrick Mason from The Rock.
The only man to ever escape.
Yeah, he escaped The
Alcatraz.
Rock, and that is just fucking an awesome movie. This was kind of my sort of introduction to Connery, because I had never seen him in the Bond films, and I didn't really realize him in the indie films I had seen before. But this was just kind of classic Connery at his best in an action film. I mean, awesome.
They did 2 storylines. That's the cool thing about it is it's getting back into Alcatraz, but also with reconciling with his daughter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is the one with the chase scene through downtown San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was damn cool. Yeah, great movie. Great World. It's like my second go-to when it comes to Connery. Connor himself, not Hammond's.
You know what's
Connery.
funny? I realized as much as I love him, I didn't watch his movies that much.
Well, that's it. That's why I had to put my my Daryl Hammond. on there.
my two is Hunt for Red October, which I literally saw one time.
I watched it. I watched it during quarantine. It was a great movie. Another.
But it's a Tom Clancy novel.
Yeah, Jack Ryan film.
Jack Ryan, that's the same. That's who he ends up working with over the course of the film. Is he's trying to.
He's the Russian dude.
He's trying to, what do you call it, defunct or not be Russian anymore, but be American.
Defect.
Yeah, defect.
If you will. Yeah.
And they have to do this whole like fiasco where they blow up another ship and blah blah blah. But it's cool because it's one of the Baldwins that plays.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin is Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
He's the OG Jack Ryan. That was the first one. And it's very interesting. For years I didn't realize Red October was like the name of the ship or submarine.
Yeah, it's submarine. It's
I
undetectable.
thought it
or
was like a
whatever.
whole month's worth of communism. But then I learned. I was just a child when it first came out. So.
Yeah, and it's because it helped Tom Clancy like stay relevant, and everyone liked the book, and then they made the movie, and then the whole Jack Ryan franchise is built off of it.
Best Jack Ryan.
Huh?
Who's your favorite Jack
I
Ryan?
never really watched any of the.
Okay.
Krasinski? Isn't he Jack Ryan now?
Krasinski was Jack Ryan. Ben Affleck was Jack Ryan. Harrison Ford was Jack Ryan. Well, that was like my transition. The best James Bond of all time.
It's Sean Connery.
Everybody always says Connery. Yeah. I think Connery was the OG. He's not my favorite Bond.
Some people say Craig.
A lot of people like Craig,
Some people
yeah.
like Pierce Brosnan.
I think-
No one says Roger Moore.
Nobody says Roger Moore. I think Timothy Dalton is my
Timothy Dalton
favorite
did a good Bond.
James Bond. I like
Timothy
because
Dalton.
a lot of people even forget that he was Bond. But when I look at Timothy Dalton as Bond, it's kind of like exactly what I expect from a Bond, especially having read the Bond novels from.
Well, he's British.
Fleming.
He's English, isn't he?
Yeah.
Connery's not. Connery's Irish. Scottish.
And
Scottish. Yeah, so
what was it, Daniel Craig?
Welsh.
Daniel Craig is in it.
I might be Welsh. I do not know. We'll look it up.
What about Roger
We need
Moore?
a Google guy.
This is why we need a Google guy. Yeah. Google the nationalities of everybody that played.
But you
James
ask
Bond.
James Bond fans, and they'll tell you Goldfinger is the
Goldfinger's
best
the best.
movie,
Yeah.
and that's Connery as Bond.
Yeah. The first ones, like, I got super lucky. Somebody gave me a code online to get all the James Bond films, all of them up until what was the last one that came out this
Casino
year?
Royale, Spectre.
Yeah, which up until that one. So I got those all streaming on my Vudu account. And they're just great movies to watch whenever, and especially those old ones with Connery and Roger Moore. It was awesome films.
And Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore is actually, I watch Pussy Galore a lot, but not the James Bond version. Oh, you gotta get in it's channel Adult
Pornhub.
97 on my TV.
A lot of Pussy Galore on there. Yeah, I don't even really think you have to say anything about James Bond.
I mean, it's just like he created the aura of James Bond. The whole
every other Bond ever was
the
influenced
Bond,
by.
James Bond,
Yeah.
the shaken, not stirred. Every person who plays Bond tries to be Sean Connery playing Bond. All right, I want to throw this out there. Now, Daniel Craig said he's done playing Bond. Who should be the next Bond?
Idris Elba.
Now you say Idris Elba. Okay, has to be a British guy.
It was confirmed like yesterday. It's going to be a female Bond.
Oh, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
A female Bond,
It's like,
like Elizabeth
Liz Hurley.
Hurley.
Yeah.
What?
Liz
Elizabeth
Hurley.
Is she like a black female blonde? Or, yeah, she's black and she's female.
Scary
No,
Spice.
she
I don't know
was
her name.
Scary Spice. Holy shit, that would be scary. No pun intended. But is it a British chick?
It has to be.
I don't know. Yeah, I just saw a picture of her.
I'm saying,
an
like,
article, so
the first like British black chick I think of is Scary Spice.
Yeah, I don't even know any British black chicks.
yeah, but like so Daniel Craig is gonna retire, and then she's gonna take over as the 007.
Okay.
Was that the gimmick that they're going with? It's not. It's like Dread Pirate Roberts, where it's just the name and different people. Like James Bond is just the name James Bond 007.
Well, she's gonna be the new
Huh.
007, but she won't be. James
Oh, she won't be
Bond.
James
She'll
Bond.
whatever her
She'll be
name is.
Janie.
Jenny Bond.
Jenny Bond. Do you remember the cartoon James Bond Jr.?
No.
It was in the early 90s. There was a cartoon, James Bond Jr. It was on like, there was like Tiny Toons, Rescue Rangers, Animaniacs, James Bond Jr.
Remember that one? Is it Johnny Mac? Like the little like foldable Polly Pocket things. But for
Yes,
boys?
yes.
There was that cartoon.
Yeah.
Probably Mighty Max. Mighty Max was my shit.
Yeah, it was Mighty Mac. Is that what it was?
Mighty Max was the kid with the red hat with the M on it that would open portals. And he ran around with a big owl and then a big guy with a sword named Norman. I think it only ran one season, but I always watched it before school.
Okay. I didn't have time to watch TV before school.
Alright.
But I thought, you know, it would be a good, you know, who I think a British dude that would be a good James Bond. Thinking outside of the box about British dudes.
Gary Oldman.
Tom Felton.
Too blonde.
Well, he could fucking dye his hair or wear a wig. I mean, we thought the same thing when Craig took it too.
I'd rather see Radcliffe.
I couldn't imagine seeing Daniel Radcliffe as James Bond.
I
mean, it
I
would be
would
good
rather
for
see
him to step
Radcliffe.
out of that. Like, he's still typecast as Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And he's always going to be typecast as
He
Harry
is.
But if he could be James Bond, yeah, absolutely, I would. He would just.
Or, no, I want to see Ron. You have a
yeah,
redhead James
yeah,
Bond.
Let's not even go that far. No.
Ron for James Bond. That's my new catchphrase.
Yeah.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know why I said that, but
Whatever you say, Stone Cold Steve
I'll
Austin.
stick with it. All right.
Go Knights, go.
That's it. Go Nate.